What is going on, Rolling Empire here, guys, to give you a video. The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5 is out. Chapter 13, The Jedi. And, this follows up now with Mando finally going for the quest of Ahsoka. He stopped with, his good friends, Kara and Grief, but now it's to get Ahsoka. And now, you would think if I told you how this aligns of how the Mandalorian episodes work, you see who directs, you see the trailers, which was interesting because you could barely get any trailers from this. You realize it really was the first half. The second half, it's an interesting way where we're going to take it. But still, you figure this is now where we're going to meet now Ahsoka. This is the Ahsoka episode. And from, going in, I was like, are we going to build up? How are we going to get introduced? No, right at the start. You get this incredible action sequence, and you can tell with the lightsabers, like, that's her. And, it gives you a little bit of a few seconds. You're like, is it her? Is it really? And it is her. So I like that. They did not, wait off on having an introduction from the get-go. It's just, this is her now. And, to step back and just realize how it was, incredibly shot. That's what a lot of this episode is incredible sceneries, whether it's with the help of the visuals or, the cinematography. Really good work. And, okay, so going back to her now, like, this is how it is. That's the intro. And, you get an idea, like you have questions like, why is she going to this town, and who is this person she has to rescue? And some of that is established so we can have a story for the episode for sure. And then after that, Mando arrives and he has his version. He goes through the town, which is an interesting way. Like, it definitely is a contrast. It's a contrast of how, like, Navarro is. So it's interesting to know that. And now with this he goes up to the high lead officer, the boss of that crew, that the one that runs this place. And after what she's encountered with Ahsoka, now she's like telling Mandalorian is like, I need your help, take this Jedi out. And you question a bit, like, are they really going to take each other out? I thought the quest was for him to, deliver the deliver Grogu, which is the name, interesting, which I thought, at first I didn't like, but then as the episode went on, I was like, I actually really like this name. So to deliver to Ahsoka, and then, but no, once, they establish what's going on, okay, what is going on, and it's interesting to know that, if his character from season 1 was who he was, it would be a different story. But now that we come all the way to season 2, we know what kind of character he is. So, there's still something that he has something, that worth to go search her. So he searches her, and then immediately from there, like, she senses him. They have a quick fight sequence, which I was questioning, like, how long is it going to be until they interact? They interacted on the spot, and then just for a few seconds, but it was nice. It was a nice visual action piece. He realizes, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Mando and all that, I'm trying to deliver you a message. I was sent here. So, I like that there wasn't too much question. There was like, it was believable. And then she sees, Grogu and then stuff. And so she starts putting the pieces. And then, yeah, from there on, it was nice. But I'm glad that they didn't take too long. Like, just establishing. I'm glad the establishment of, like, for the runtime was as much needed as it needed for the pacing. So yeah, after that, he runs, her about, I need to deliver this, this trial, and then with the Jedi, to the Jedi, because of what he has for his powers, she explains to him that, what, what are the importances of, like why she can't or can train him. And it's interesting because there's this beautiful shot where she needs to catch up with Grogu, and then realizes that's where the name comes, and then having this background what went on, and then she tells Mando, I'm like, this is what he's been going through. He has been trained. You get these name drops. You're like, oh my god, the name drops. And then so he was taken. That's the curious thing, like, who took him? So he was taken, but now, well, now he's here, and he spent a lot of time with Mando. Like, she tries to train him, tries to pick up, like, a rock and stuff, and then it was not working. And then even Mando's kind of like warning her, but then she tells him to do it. And Mando, he takes the thing that he has from his, like, his ignition stick ship thing from his ship, and he bonds with Mando like that, and she realizes, like, I just said, that there's this strong connection already. And interesting, without dropping names, she has said, I've seen this path before of the fear, and you're like, some little keywords, you're like, we already know who she's talking about, obviously. And then to get to that part of the segment too. It was nice that we got, and I was wondering, I was like, we're going to, and it happened. We got a literal Yoda name drop, and then like I said, the whole little bit of a reference to like Anakin and stuff too. That was that was just nice. That's nice for those Star Wars, the lifelong fans that have stuck with this whole franchise. And then so for a bit, we get I like it. We get nice little still sceneries that like a little bit of training, a little bit of dialogue. Kind of feel like it kind of felt like Luke and Yoda, that kind of vibe for me, Luke and Yoda. But now it's just like seeing Ahsoka, Grogu, and Din just interact a bit, have this scenery also. Like I said, whether it's when it's night or day, like the night and day, it's so interesting. There's parts that's like very ashy and all that, other parts that are very green. It was a unique location. I think this was like the Corvus, they said Corvus and all, and I liked just seeing that kind of like, and I get it. This is where I find one criticism. If someone thought, oh my god, there was a lot of slow burn, the pacing was very, literally, it like took its time, it was very slow. But when I was going through it, when I was seeing the whole scenery, when I was seeing the establishment shots of like how unique the film is, because the film, oh my god, it's like a samurai, like a samurai feel. It was just dripping in that, and I just really enjoyed how it visually looked. But for me, through all that, this is a vibe I want. I like the pacing. The pacing was a nice way to, like, this was a nice way to kind of like establish so much. And I like the runtime really utilized from it. Again, it's like everything else. We'll see how the next 3 episodes go. But for this one, this episode 5 did show a case of why we were building to this. And yeah, it was so interesting. There was so much, whether it was like, again, grabbing from the lore, using the lore, having this incredible direction, obviously by Dave Filoni, which you can kind of think, I'm like, with Jon Favreau there too, they're each helping each other. I like that. I bet they're helping each other in the way where obviously there's the lore and the filmmaking. So this is a nice combination. But you can tell, man, like, this was his introduction. He had to do this introduction. And the way just the whole Star Wars episode just played off, having a bit here references and all that. And then after that, now we go to the action sequence where, now Ahsoka and Din have to do a plan. And, you think that they do the manipulation where she beat him, but in a way it was just a trap. She finally got through with the person she was looking for. And then Din has this nice little, like Western face-off with the main henchman to the person. So it's a nice balance to see like how there's 2 action sequences going on, but in the way where it caters to what kind of style that they're best at. And now we get the answer of why is she hunting this person now. She's like, where's your master? Where's your master? I was like, okay, who's this person? And then she drops the name, Grand Admiral Thrawn. I was like, whoa, hold up. We got Moff Gideon in this and all that. Now we're getting a Thrawn too. Give me more. Give me more. I am happy. I was like, whoa, that was a freaking exciting moment. That was nice to hear. Oh my goodness, the way it just paid, the way you can hear the music. Good job on the music being built here. And again, like that action sequence, and then comparing it to Din having this, they're like just like come close, but it lasts too much, and then the stare off, the face off. Nice way how everything was choreographed. It was so beautifully amazing. But it was a nice 3-act structure. The 3-act structure was so beautiful. Again, this is another one of the episodes, definitely of the episodes that definitely feels like a movie. And just the way it all builds up. Even there are things here that go ahead and see. You're going to have to see again for little Easter eggs. But the main courses of those kinds of things, of the plot lines that went through, what an interesting like unraveling take of what goes on. And this is, again, this pushes the story, this pushes the narrative of more of this, man. And what an interesting 3 episodes we've gotten from the Harris, the Siege, and the Jedi, and just a really good season. And so yeah, we tell it off with like where he lives his bargain, man. The man has lived his part of the deal. And then she's like, can't train him. But, and then I'm like, oh my god, another Jedi with the Jedi. But when you hear it, you're like, there is a Jedi, go ahead and take him there. And if he will be trained, he will be trained. This could only go 2 ways. This definitely goes 2 ways. It's either Ezra or Luke. That's it. Simple as that. So it's nice to like, okay, we're still going to get more revelations. Wow. more revelations of what, might be going on. So that's what Din gets for the info, and that's how they send him. They send him now to see, and that's why it's interesting to know what's going on. And then we still got Moff. I thought Moff maybe would have showed up here. I was like, this would have been interesting here or here, but I like it. They're still saving him. This was a nice, beautiful episode for Ahsoka and Din. Good job, Rosario. I was wondering, I was like, maybe she's a little bit toned down, but no, she was toned enough as it was, because this is a character a lot already that has been done. But I wanted to see, I was like, still, even though we know this character, how does she play him here? She plays her very well. I like that. And so good job enough to be like, okay, so this is how she looks, this is how we get invested with her in the live action form, that's for sure. So there was enough. It showed with the lore and the acting. The lore and the acting definitely helped push the character, and it was a nice little chemistry with, like I told you, with like Mandalorian and all that. It was nice to just know that, there was just some uncertainty. Some uncertainties he needs to know, but once everything was certain, and understand what the motives were, then the 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 character interactions, the chemistry, then just started picking up. Started realizing, what kind of missions we each need, and how could we help each other out. So yeah, that was a nice, interesting way to kind of also just really just push the whole narrative of the story of what we're here for this episode. Definitely for this episode is, wow, this was really such an enjoyable, like, filmmaking aspect of just everything of Star Wars. Let me know, guys, what you thought, if you hated the episode or if you loved the episode. Again, guys, these are my thoughts and opinions. Definitely my thoughts and opinions. I just wanted to let you guys know, okay, I post usually on Thursdays, and then every other day, depending on how it is, Fridays or whatever. So I have, like, at least a consistency. I have two options how I post, guys. This is a channel that welcomes Star Wars movies and anything. And then, I review this stuff, but I want to debate what I review, okay? I welcome debates for the reviews. So, and as all this in the comments below, guys. So now all this in the comments below. And as always, roll an empire, laugh, smile, repeat.